Thank you so much, Biafrans. Thank you for joining us again today. Thank you so very much, Famdi, for that wonderful opening speech.
Thank you.
I mean, sometimes we just every now and then wonder why the restoration of our nation never came all this while. And when Biafrans see what is going on right now, they understood why the United States of Biafra, the Biafra freedom was never realized. Thank you so much, Honorable Christopher, for what you do, holding down before we start. Thank you so much, Biafrans, for joining us. Thank you all. Truly appreciate that. As I was saying, thank you so much, Honorable Steve, for that opening prayer. Thank you so much, all the cabinet members here present, and Biafrans. I'm friends of Biafrans. Yeah, sometimes you wonder why all this while God planned the restoration of Biafra the way it is up to this moment. There's a reason for that. Life is a race. You play yours, you rest. You pass the baton to the person whom you trust is going to deliver your plans. There might be bumps on the way. There might be distractions. There might be distractors. But sometimes in my quiet moment, I think about how the level that illiteracy, ignorance, mediocrity, the harm it has done to Biafrans. When you think about how the lack of exposure, the lack of experience, the lack of education, the lack of principles, lack of integrity, when you think of the harm and the danger it has done to this struggle, to our movement. When you think about what has, Famdi, I heard you when you were talking about Biafrans rising up to do what they need to do. And then it takes me to the reason why those Biafrans that ordinarily will step up for this freedom, for this restoration, for this final phase, you begin to see the reason why some of them never really wanted to step up. Not that they don't want. 99.999% of every Biafran, they want the freedom of Biafra, just like they exhibited at Main Market Onisha when the delegitimized Soludo was trying to flex his little muscles. But when you see how illiteracy, mediocrity has become a thorn in the freedom movement, then you begin to understand why majority of Biafrans that could ordinarily be part of this freedom decide to stay on the fence. Not that they are not following. They are fully following. That is why the restoration of our nation at this time requires certain caliber of individuals. So the restoration of our freedom, which we, like Fandi has said, very, very successful in doing, requires Biafrans that it's not just being Biafran. It requires people, men and women of integrity, class, and character, discipline, and economic stability. It requires Biafrans that knows the deep nature of our freedom restoration. That is why we are so successful. Just like Famdi has said, our Prime Minister, our Obatogie, His Excellency, Anonkankampi, the reason for the season, that's what he is. Nobody knows Simon Eber. Many that are pretending to know him, they have no clue. Now, he is the reason for the season. When some try to make this freedom movement a battle of Obatobie, a battle for Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, a battle between what Obatobie is propagating and what Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu was propagating. And when I remember one word, one time, that the people disturbing him, Obatobie, are really all those that pretended to follow him from the DOS, IPOB organization and all that. And that is actually the fact. That's a fact. Because when you're dealing with people who have no shame, no integrity, no class, no character, you begin to wonder, figure out how to navigate to ensure that our freedom is fully restored without this external chaos, because that's what they are, external chaos at every corner, every step of the way. Not just the lack of discipline, and sometimes I heard, was it Kai television? Some Kai was talking the other day. I was watching him and I heard when he said, DPM, this is not the time to give up. This is the time to continue to, these irrelevant people, we must make them irrelevant. And I do understand where he was coming from. This thing you see some of them do, this struggle, this fight, this, this chaos is the reason why genuine people never come into our freedom movement. But we thank God we've overcome this. We've overcome that. And as Obatobe has said, do not let anything move you. Just be focused. And that's what exactly I'm going to be doing. That focus is what every genuine Biafran needs. We must be focused because the enemy come from different angles, with different stories, with different distractions. But we must be focused. That focus is what is giving them sleepless night. We must be focused because they don't know a lot. They don't know a lot. Now you won't blame them because sometimes it's just the much they know that they are doing. You can't give what you don't have. You can't give what you don't have. They don't have so much. They don't have so many things. So they're limited to what they can offer. So that is why this area where we are right now in our restoration has been moved into the hands of Biafrans to pilot this project and make sure we remove every element of the delegitimized governors in Biafra territory. There's already a lot of push and a lot of move towards that. For most of the 40 state governors, what they are doing Again, the United States of Biafra have stabilized the polity in that part of the world. We've stabilized that part of the world. And genuine Biafrans, they are fully aware that we've stabilized most of our Biafra territory. Our major task right now is to ensure that any element of Nigeria and Biafra land, they leave our country. We are doing that every day by putting the major structures in our new nation to protect our people and protect our territory. Nigeria is currently occupying a foreign territory. So we will continue to build on ensuring that we have everything we need to protect our people and protect our nation from the reintegrated terrorists that were brought into our land by the Nigerian state. Everyone listening to me is fully aware that the Nigerian state, they reintegrate and rehabilitate known terrorists from all over the world inside Nigeria. They ship some of these reintegrated terrorists into Biafra territory. They recruit these reintegrated terrorists into the Nigerian military and police and security forces. Give them AK-47, ship them to different parts of Nigeria and different parts of Biafra territory where they do not agree with the terrorists.
Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, the Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra government, he addresses Biafrans and also to the world, most especially the visit of Urulemi Tunumbu to the White House, where they have sent her after wasting $9 million they paid on what will I call it, on a lobbying firm to lobby Donald Trump that there is no Christian genocide in that contraption called Nigeria. Anyway, as the case might have it, Donald Trump welcomed her very well, acknowledged her, blah 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 blah. I want you to notice something, and I want you to just from now onwards begin to take note of this thing that I want to say now. I want to talk now. Bola Ahmed Tinubu's wife is a Muslim, not a Christian. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Anything Ahmed Tinubu, forget about APC. Whatever evil that have been brought into APC is being brought it by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So whatever Ahmed Tinubu cannot do does not exist. Don't forget the fake bishops, unknown bishop, unknown godmen. Urulemi Tunumbu is the only pastor in the whole world that have never appeared on a pulpit for one day, not even to address congregation, not even to give sermon, but at least go on the pulpit to address the people. That woman if you have seen that woman on a pulpit inside church, my brother, show me the video or picture. If you have seen Urulemi Tunumbu in an altar podium, even just say hey, hello. If he tries it, the Muslim community is going to behead her. She is a Muslim, but Tinubu is always know how to play these tricks with Christian community, and all of them will buy it. You are a pastor of a church, Redeemed Christian Church for that matter, but for one day nobody have ever seen you in altar or in the podium because it is against your Islamic religion. But you play that card just to cajole people into believing that, Urulemi Tunumbu is a Christian. You have seen the message. This message is from Dr. Ngozi Orabweze. In fact, I have even deviated from the main issue. But that is by the way. I'm just trying to make some vital points. The message you watch is very, very clear. It's very, very understandable. So that is a message of our own. And I'm also giving my own message. So when you eat jollof rice finish, you need to eat or azu. So Ngozi Orabweze don't cook the jollof rice finish. So what you are hearing from me now is just an appetizer to what you have already said. Are you getting my point? That's the simple truth. Bagam, there's no two ways about it. So this message from Dr. Ngozi Orabweze is very, very clear and an open one. And let me also remind you that the coming message is Nnamdi Kanu send a message to the Biafrans. And also to Onitsha main market people say, may them stop sit at home. Now propaganda, no go believe that nonsense. So Nnamdi Kanu never say A or B. Nnamdi Kanu remains quiet. He remains silent, observing what is going on. Exactly, that is exactly the thing. So the next news, I'm going to debunk the rumors of Nnamdi Kanu wrote a letter and they said sit at home should stop. For crying out loud, Nnamdi Kanu is living his life. Let me put it that way, please. Don't misunderstand me. Don't misquote me. For crying out loud, where he says he don't even have access to gadget. Nnamdi Kanu don't even have access to gadget. For Nnamdi Kanu to have a pen, my brother, they are going to make a report for it. You are going to request for it and give them time to decide whether to give you that pen or not. Hear me and hear me very clear. Nnamdi Kanu don't even have access to even pencil. For him to need that just to write down something, he must make a request of it, submit an appeal before they can even grant it, if they're willing to grant it. Or they may think that he want to use it now to write something that's going to put them in trouble. So they will have to be extra careful in giving him that pen. But somebody will come out from nowhere and say, Nnamdi Kanu, I say, call out sit at home. How? When? Where? For crying out loud, Nnamdi Kanu is still not in DSS dungeon. So if anybody went there to visit him, he have every right to say, okay, please, can I have your phone? Just, hey, I'm Nnamdi Kanu. Let this. I know that nobody visited inmates with phone. But they cannot tell me there's no anyhow somebody will not go there. Even if I have a small recording gadget. So when he speaks, you record it and then show it to the general public. We are on the era of AI, so nothing is impossible. Anyway, the message is very, very clear. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing for more interesting videos coming your way. Just circulate this message, let it go viral. There's no time for we to read comments because they say time is money. I'm with a lot of things to do today. Yeah, Monday, and I will hit on a bomber to bomber. Share this message. It shall be well with all of us. Kachineke mezi okwu.